Metalworking has always like been in my family, or like art at least. My mother was a jewelry artist. We've had multiple artists in the family. My dad mentioned he had a friend that did blacksmithing in his office. So we reached out to him, and I went out and I forged with him 3 or 4 times over the course of a year. I thought it was like the coolest thing you could do. I was 10 years old. And then it was like just a couple purchases later, and I had an anvil and a forge and hammers and everything, and I was ready to go. And ever since then, I've been accumulating more tools, more steel, more knowledge. So we're going to be making a kiridashi. Sorry. It's a marking knife. It's used for carpenters to mark very fine lines on wood. But it's a really good starting project. It's really fun to make, and it works really well. So. So it's just going to go right in there. That's just going to sit. This is what someone would call a gas forge or a propane forge. It's a 2-burner forge. So you can see here, these are the 2 burners. Each one of those is going to let out like a jet of flame inside the forge. Alright, so you can see it's a dull color, but it'll do the job. So we're just going to start, what we're going to do is we're going to start hitting it on the ends. And what that's going to do is it's going to taper the end into like a little point. And that's going to be key for our project. This is going to be the handle, so we want to keep it a nice uniform shape, because that's what you're going to be holding. You don't want it to be irregular, because then it'll be uncomfortable in your hand. Since we're not putting a wood handle on it, all the shaping's going to be done by metal, with the metal. So we're actually going to let it get a little hotter than that. The forge is still heating up. So right here, this is the handle right here that we're making, and we're going to put a texture on the handle, get it to the final shape, and then we're going to forge in the blade, which should be fun. For the texturing, we're going to be using the ball peen hammer, and what we're going to do is we're just going to heat it up, and we're just going to hit it with the ball, and that's with the ball on this side, and that's just going to give it little divots, and that's going to give it a nice little texture. It's pretty appealing to look at, and as well, it gives you a nice something to hold on to. We're only going to do that on one side of the blade. So, actually, I'll do it on both, but it'll only show up on one side. Alright, now I'm going to throw that right back in there. We're going to cut off the steel here, so we can start forging in the blade. Okay, so we're going to take this, and we're just going to chop it off right there. That's done. Alright, now we're just going to bend it back and forth, and that's just going to break it off. Flatten it out while we can hold it like this. And it's ready to go. Come on. A little stubborn. There you go. Nice. There you go. Chops right off. Now this side we can quench. There's just a little wrinkle from where we cut it off. I'm gonna take care of it. This is all squared up, so we're gonna grind in the bevel. It's gonna be a sharp bevel, make it look just like the other one. And we're gonna do that just by holding it here at a set angle and going back and forth on the grinder. I've established the primary bevel there. I'm going to take it over there and I'm going to file it by hand to really bring out the full thing, and I'm going to bring it down pretty close to where we want to be.
I love that noise.
So these are whetstones in progressive grits from rough to fine, and they're used for polishing and making the final shape on the blade. So we're going to bring these inside and we're going to get some polishing done. We're going to change it up. I deem this acceptable.